Hello everyone, welcome back to our 2015 lesson series on our ELF. We are nearly completed with our rigging process, so we're just going to jump right in here and do our last finishing touches. Some things that we didn't include inside of our parenting, so we parented all these things down to our hips control. If you move this around, you can see that we left a couple things behind. Our shoulder controls here is one of them, and our wrist controls is another one. And I did pick up something here. If you notice when I move this around, this joint isn't moving. Okay, so that might just be simple parenting. Let's go ahead and just try that out. So these guys control these guys, so that's why the shoulders are moving around like that. So just gotta select these guys, and I also want the neck to be included in this. I'm just going to parent those to the back control, so that when I move the back control, now it also moves everything else right here. And the wrists, those were not parented in either. So if you select this guy here and move this around, or if you orient it, I guess, you see how the hands wiggle and wobble. It's because these guys also need to be parented in to the hips. So we're going to select these guys here, and we're going to shift select the hip control. We're going to hit P for parent. Okay, so now everything's looking pretty good, right? Yeah. Okay. I am aware that this joint here may still be an issue. So when we get there, we'll see. I know where the problem area is, and if it arises again, then I'm going to show you guys how to take this apart and fix it. Okay, so presuming everything is going to work okay, let's keep going forward. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to get all of the controls minus this global control into one group. So I'm going to select. These are already all selected, so I'll just shift select. The ground keeps wanting to be selected. I'm just going to throw that onto its own layer for now. Just call this one ground. Get it out of the way. And I'll just take this one and add it to it. There we go. I just put on reference. There we go. So again, grab the hips. We're going to grab each one of the controls here. And this actually is a good time to have the outliner open when we're doing this. So we're going to open up the outliner, and we're going to group all of our controls down. Control G. We're going to go ahead and call this one GRP controls. Okay. And we're going to do parent constraint and a scale constraint on these guys. So I'm going to select my master control. Control select this new group I just created. I'm going to go to constrain, parent constraint, and constrain, scale constraint. Okay, so let's see what that does for us. Scale this down. You see all of our controls scale down with it. But our joints and everything is crumpling. It's because we haven't done any kind of constraints on that one. So we have to do a similar process to those as well. So we're going to start out by grabbing our root joint here, and we're going to group that. Okay, so we're going to call that GRP group, and we're going to select our master. We're going to control select our group, and we're going to go to constrain, scale constraint. So now when I scale this, the joints also scale. Okay, that looks good, right? And when I rotate it, rotates good. Nothing's being weird. Okay, you can just pick this up and move it if I want to. Bring it over here. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do the last part here. And this is where I found that the issue sometimes arises. So I'm going to go ahead and save now, so that if I have to reopen it, I can just really quickly do that. Save scene, continue. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select each one of the IK handles. I'm going to go to group all these. So I'm going to hit Control G, call this GRP IK. Okay. Now I found that you want to do a scale constraint on these IKs, but sometimes it tends to break something. So let's go ahead and try it anyways. We're going to do a constraint scale. Okay, so everything looks okay to begin with. Still pick this stuff up, nothing weird happens. But now you see the arm over here is freaking out. So that's what I was trying to stay away from. Maybe try to undo it. Sometimes it'll go, but sometimes you end up with it. See how it's wonky over there? That's what I was trying to keep away from. So I'm just going to go ahead and reopen this file real quick. So I just resaved over the top of it. Okay. So everything but the IKs is taken care of. So what I have to do is kind of go through some of the similar process one more time to get rid of the junk joint. So I'm just going to select this one, delete it. Select the IK on this one, delete that one. And I have to now unparent this joint, unparent that joint. Oops. Unparent this joint. You see how it popped up there? That kind of tells you there was an issue already with it. So I'm going to go ahead and take that and just going to delete it. Actually, before I even go there, let's bring this down here. We're going to create a joint and we'll just snap it into that spot right there so we can just easily pop it in. So I'm just going to activate my joint tool. I'm going to my side view. I'll create a single joint right there. And I'll just vertex snap it right to where this joint is currently. Okay. Okay, so now I need to unparent this one and delete it. And now I can take this one and reparent it in. I know that's kind of a weird deal here, guys, but sometimes when you're doing rigging, you have to get around and be able to muscle your way through if something weird happens inside of mine. So parent this one back in. Take this one here. Parent that one back in. Okay. Go ahead and name this one again. PN shoulder right. Okay. And I want to create an IK handle for these guys now. So IK handle tool. Let's make sure we're on single chain, which we are. And put that one right there. Okay. Now I can take this guy and constrain that one with a point constraint. Now I can go and jump back in here. I'm going to put my rotate plane solver back on. I know I'm going through this a little bit fast, guys, but it's just because I've already gone through this a couple times before with you guys, so I'm showing a little bit more hustle on this one. Okay, so from here, I'm just going to take these guys, constrain that with a point. Okay. And then I'm going to take my control, and I'm going to do a full vector on it. Okay. Now those two new IKs I just created, or all of them, I guess. Okay, got them all selected. I'm going to group them now. We'll call these ones group IK. Okay. Now I'm going to try this again. So I'm going to do a constraint, scale constraint. Now we can go ahead and move this around, see if we got that same bugger problem. Nope. Fix that one joint and fix everything else. So I know that was kind of a weird thing to bring up for you guys, but I don't know about you, but when I'm watching YouTube videos and stuff like that, and it seems like everything is going just perfect, and I'm at home and I'm having a weird issue, that it's helpful when someone else has an issue on their video as well and can walk you through the same kind of problem you may be having, rather than trying to fix it off screen and then giving you a perfect walkthrough on screen. So I left that problem in there intentionally just in case any of this arises for you guys, so that you guys would know how to walk through it. Okay, so from here, we are completely done with our rig. Our rig is ready to go, ready for us to skin in. We just have a little bit of cleanup to do inside the scene here. So I'm going to go through and name stuff in my outliner now and combine things down to clean it up. So mesh floor, let's see what this is over here. That is all of our clothes. So let's see here. Do I need that? Maybe not. Do I need that? Yes. Do I need that? No. These are all of our clothes. I'm going to go ahead and name these guys. Let's just call it mesh clothes, mesh sleeves, L, and mesh sleeves R. Okay, I'll just call this one GRP close. Okay, I can just go ahead and close this back up. Okay. Next thing I want to work on, let's take a look at all these hairs in here. I think it's probably what's left mainly. Yep, primarily anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and select. Let's just go ahead and select all these guys here. We'll deselect the eyes and not let me select it that way. Okay, fine. We'll do it this way. There we go. Wasn't letting me deselect things, which is weird. Still trying to do that, huh? Okay, come on. Alright, here we'll just go ahead and do a bone mask and a curves mask. That showed me. It's still doing it. Okay. Then we'll just do show joints, turn that off, show IK handles, show curves. We'll just turn, if it all else fails, I'll just turn off the things I don't want to see for now. There we go. So now we're back to our base mesh. Go ahead and select all this stuff. Suppose I could have used my layers to accomplish the same thing here. Alright, so from here I want to combine down the hair. So I'm going to do change back to our polygons drop down, go to mesh, combine. Okay, I'm going to delete the history. I'm going to call this guy hair, or mesh hair, sorry. Let's check my naming conventions. Okay, good. Let's see here. What are these guys here? They're just empty groups. Nope, those are the eyes. Yep, both are eyes. So let's just take both those out. Just call that eye left. And call this one eye right. Okay. Good. So now I can go ahead and delete the history and then delete those extra groups. Okay. And I can actually delete off my reference art. I don't need those anymore. I'm done with that. I think I'm done with this one too. Nope, not quite. Let's just take this out. Delete history. I can delete this off. Okay, so now our scene's pretty much cleaned up. I can go ahead and bring back all my joints and IKs and curves. Okay. Alright guys, so now we're in good shape. Now we can actually go in and start to skin in our model and see what we're actually doing here. So what we're going to do is we're going to select our base mesh, shift select our root. I have joint mask still on, so let's go ahead and turn that back off. Shift select our root here, and we're going to go to underneath our animation drop down. We're going to go to skin and smooth bind. Make sure you make sure that this is just go to reset settings. So it says joint hierarchy. You might have it on selected joints. If selected joints are active, what that means is like if you have the wrist over here active, or you select some joints up in here, the only thing that's going to be getting skinned are the joints you have selected. So works great for hard surface modeling, but not so much for organic complete models like this. All right, so let's get at it. So we're going to hit apply. Okay. All right, so let's see what we have here. Now, you'll know this worked well for you if you select your base mesh and all these are gray. That's good. Don't hit delete history again on this. If you do, it'll break the connection between the skeleton rig and your base mesh. So if you have a big history here, clear out the history before you do your skinning. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how we're looking here. Now, I didn't skin the clothes, so the base mesh is going to come through the clothes. Alright, so there we go. Elle's got her leg moving around. That's fairly good. Okay. Let's check it from this view. Okay. Let's go side to side. Also looking good. Check the other one. Good. Let's see about the hips here. Let's go ahead and just have her squat down. Good. Let's do some arm movements. Pretty good as well. The only thing that I can see here that is needs some fixing is in here her chest is caving in. That's probably because there's influence from the joint here on her body over here. So as this is coming in, it's pushing her rib cage in, which we definitely don't want that to happen. So we're gonna have to work on that a little bit. Now this is one of those areas when you're testing this stuff out that is really good to make sure that you had your freeze transforms on, because if you didn't freeze the transforms on your controls, now when I go to zero this out, it wouldn't actually have a zeroed out location to go to. So I can go ahead and clear these out, and that will bring it back to its starting location. Okay. I can predict the other side will be the same, so I'm not going to go and mess with that just in a moment. Let's go ahead and test this out. Okay, shoulder's pretty good. You can see now that there's some wobble going on in the face. Let's go ahead and check that. Yep, and in the ears, it's not good. The same thing over here. Yep, don't like that. We can fix that though, don't worry guys. Let's check hip sway here, see how that looks. Yeah, don't want there to be any influence to the root. Actually, you know what? I accidentally did select the root. So let's go ahead and here's a good example of another mistake that we can go ahead and work past. We can go ahead and say, okay, well, I made a mistake. I accidentally skinned the root in. We can delete history. We'll break those connections. So now, if I move this around, nothing, right? Okay. So now if I select this base mesh, I select it like so. Now I can go to constrain, or not constrain, skin, smooth bind. Again, we'll do joint hierarchy. Go ahead and hit apply. Okay. So now there we go. I think we're still getting some influence from the root, but we weren't supposed to. Either way, we can paint that away. That's not a problem. I'm not going to stress about that. It's easy to remove that influence. So anyways, we can move this around. That looks good. Let's check the tummy move. Okay, that looks good. Rocking out. Okay, Let's check the chest movement. Okay. Chest twist. Okay, that was good. Okay, so there's some areas that we're going to work on to fix, but overall shouldn't be too hard. Now what we can do that will help simplify our process here, for the clothing, we can go to skin. We're going to do smooth bind again, but this time we're going to select this joint here, and we'll change it to selected joints. And we're going to select the base mesh, and we'll do, let's see here, we're going to do something like that. So like this whole middle section isn't going to be influenced. I'm hoping that, anyways. If it is, then I'll have to change my methodology here. Let's go ahead and hit apply. Okay, so let's see what happens when I grab this here. Okay, so that's definitely not what, that's what happened, I guess, is that, so they only selected the top one here. It didn't select everything else. So I'm going to have to undo that. Let's go ahead and delete history again. So we'll go through here, select these joints, same thing over here. Yeah, we'll do this one here. Okay, hit apply. Oh, base mesh. Apply. Okay, now let's test it out. I made a mistake. Alright, hang on a second here, guys. Wrong base mesh for doing this. There we go. Alright. There we go. Okay. I will have to go back in and do this one more time with regular ones. I'll do joint hierarchy and hit apply. There we go. So now we should be back in business here. There we go. So now you can see that the clothing is now working with my rig. Okay. Next customer we're going to deal with is we're going to go back to selected joints. So we'll just do we'll select this one and hit apply. Okay, so let's test that out. There we go. Working like a charm. Okay, same deal over here. And the reason why I'm selecting all these ones down here is I want to make sure that these ones have influence over the glove. I don't really care about the fingers outside the glove, so that's the reason I'm not going through and selecting those ones. Oops. So I'm going to hit apply, or the base mesh, and hit apply, and there we go. So let's go ahead and test that out. Good. Alright, last one. Or almost last one. We got this joint up here for all the hair. So let's go ahead and hit apply on that. So now when I grab the head, I can move it side to side. The hair comes with it, right? Okay, good, good. If I rotate it like so and so, that goes as well. Okay, good. Now, I don't want the eyes to actually be skinned to this joint. And the reason why is because I'm going to animate these eyes, and if they're skinned in there, I lose that control. So I'm going to actually just parent them in for now. I might end up pulling them out later on when I do some controls for them, but for now, let's just do that. So I'm just going to hit P for parent. So now I can still rotate them, but as I move this around, this will make them move with it. I just need to paint the weights on so his eyes don't pop out of his head like that. Okay. Go ahead and close this down. So everything now is now part of the skeleton rig. We're making some good progress here. Okay. All right. So this is a good stopping point. We're going to stop here. In the next lesson, we're going to go through and actually paint some weights here so that our character can move without deforming horribly and look more realistic. And then we'll start looking at doing some animations after that. So making some great progress, guys. Got the rig completely done. Next lesson is painting weights, and then on to the fun stuff of animation. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.